Hello, everyone who's gonna join. We're just gonna kind of watch flow like we usually do, and if anybody has questions or flow that you want me to look up, feel free to let me know, and we will look up flow. So I'm just gonna kind of get everything set up while people might be joining. If anybody has questions about filters or anything as well, feel free to ask. And that's one thing I like about Unusual Whales too. You do have the ability to save filters. I have a bunch. Obviously, you can customize them as you want in here. So it's nice to just kind of do that and save them here. Just easily fix that, and then you just come up here, save, and it lets you name the filter, which is really nice too. What do we got going on? Where's my market tide? Oh, looks like we're coming back a little bit. Still bullish, it looks like. Flat on the net put out of the money premium. We'll keep an eye on what comes in. The Nvidia's came in about 15 minutes ago. Let's just take a peek. Oh, yeah. Tougher with that open interest there, but let's kind of just back it out and take a peek. So that's probably... Trying to see if we had a big order in here somewhere. Doesn't look like it. And 25, 25, 21. Let's take a peek at that. What's that IV doing? Oh, IV's coming up a little bit, even on that mid fill. Looks like a buy to me. Let's see, what was this? 20, so 40, 4,600. How much is in that? Oh, could be an exit. Would have to check that open interest the next day. What else do we have here? CMCSA. Spike in that net put premium. Clear opening trade there. Let's take a peek. $22.49 up. Still sitting at that ask. Yeah, I would say this is a buy too. What do we have going on next week? Let's take a peek at what we have going on next week. We'll wait for some flow to come in if anything comes in. What's my calendar? So next week, durable goods on Monday, consumer confidence Tuesday, Bostic on Wednesday, GDP, and then PC on Friday. Yeah, busy week next week. End of the week's pretty busy. Earnings, I know we have Nvidia next week. Nvidia on Wednesday. Kind of through everything else, but Nvidia obviously a huge part of the Mag 7. Very important to watch that. Let's see. What's going on here? 23rd. Apple puts coming in here. Let's take a peek at those. Oh, that net premium's coming up a little bit. Let's see. Oh, a little drop there. But still being filled at that ask. Could be something to watch there. And those weekly Nvidias, oh, these came in a little earlier. Let's take a peek at these. 140.40 stays the same. Alt ask, probably a buy. But I don't know if I'd go against that trend there. I mean, that net call premium is pretty high there. Yeah, I don't know if I'd go against that trend. Yeah, not much really coming in now, end of the day. See what we got going on the bid side here. Should probably get the correct date on there. That would help. Yeah, not a lot. Some Oracle calls selling, it looks like. For 120, maybe not. This could be a possible example of somebody being bullish on the asks, or on the bid side, sorry. So you have 41.20, pops there a little bit, drops again, but then pops up again. Interesting there. So, okay. Yeah, AMD put sells. Interesting. Let's kind of take a peek at some of the flow that was posted during the week too for us in Discord. So we had these wolf ones come in on Monday. These actually made a nice move up. Let me come back here. These made a nice move up. 34 they hit. 44 once, twice, 3 times. I mean, that should have been a nice, easy play for everybody. And it looks like that whale's still in, too. Could have passed. Could have took some profits there. Harder to tell, but that full open interest not carrying over. But that first day, obviously, majority of it. But nice little winner there. For anybody who took that, would have won that entry of 34. And then you can see that average fill increase up to 0.44 there. Look at that net premium. Back to Monday. And I'm sorry, my internet sucks for those that usually follow along, so apologies in advance. Yeah, that net premium was spiked, and then some net put premium there, but that was a nice trade. These Netflix call sells. Also, again, they came in at the peak 177. Looks like they probably got rid of them here at 66. But I mean, they're at about 32 right now. So I mean, that whale collected about $140 per contract worth of premium there. Nice find there for those that could have got Netflix puts. Let's take a peek at the chart, what it did there. Yeah, so this is right where that whale got in. Really nice find there, and then all the way down, collecting that premium. We had MU puts a little earlier in the week too. 960 was that entry, and you can see that carry over there. Looks like that whale's still in, but again, here's your chart. MU falling, and those are at about 11.55 right now. So again, nice solid trade there for anybody that could have took those. CCJ, these gapped up today. Here's your entry, 0.88. Hit a high of 129 today. Really nice find, or actually 134, sorry. So that's stock, yeah, there's your gap up. And let's go back and look at that net premium again. Well, it's fallen off now a bit. Taking those profits, I'm sure. Yeah, there's your huge spike up there, and then you get that dip yesterday with that net put premium rising, but that net call premium was really up there, and there you go. Google calls, these looks like the whale might have exited these at a good time. It's your entry 221, looking like they hit 241. Not the biggest return, but still enough to get some profits. But yeah, kind of harder to tell with all that volume in there. Very interesting though. Then you come back and look at that net premium over the last, kind of mixed here the last couple days, kind of flat, but that's your big spike day that came in. So that would be your whale entry there on 821. Their exit more than likely next day for a small gain. FCX, again, nice one. Here's your whale, 45, hitting 52 there. Big drop yesterday, but coming into today, they're back at 66. So more than likely you're not going to hold that, but probably would have scaled out here at 52. Because again, you're looking at the percent return. That's my biggest thing. 0.45 to 52. I mean, that's not a math genius off the top of my head, but you're about 20%ish there. Then hitting 66 today. So, I mean, again, this is one thing I like about unusual whales. You can track that whale. So if they're still in, you can always get a discounted entry too, especially on that kind of longer term flow. I mean, this is a little shorter term, but still something I like to watch. So what else? We had SPY puts as well. I'm going to move this up a little bit. Again, very beautiful play. 379 was the entry, and hitting a high of 524 yesterday. 514 yesterday, or 532 yesterday, but still, again, nice little play for those that could have took that. And then we had SPY puts again. This whale closed intraday, very good example of this. Here is 25,000 on the entry for the whale. Whale exited at 524, so you can see the 24,000 there. That is your 50,000 on the total volume. Only 11,000 carrying over. That is a clear exit. Very, very nice to see that one. Good example there. Amazon puts yesterday again. Nice little scalp for those that could have took that. Your entries here at 207, 211. These hit a high of 360 yesterday. Whale looks like they probably got out 239-ish. But again, nice play there. You can see that contract value increasing. And we're looking at the net put premiums from yesterday. Kind of flat, but not seeing that call net premium come up. So kind of a good sign there. And I want to look at the stock chart there from yesterday too. Come in. Yeah, last week I don't want to do. Let's see. It's going to go back now. Okay, well, yesterday, 828. Oh, we're at 822. Believe that flow kind of came in around here. Oh, let's take a peek. 9 o'clock. And again, I'm Central Time for those that are looking at times and you're like, why is it show something different? I'm Central Time. So these came in at 9 my time or 10 Eastern Time. So these came in right about at the peak yesterday, and we made a nice move down. See, PDD. So this one was a really interesting flow here now. So I pointed this out, and it wasn't really, I wouldn't call this a trade idea. I just said monitor that open interest. And we had all that carry over. So to me, got in at 160 and it looks like they might have cut there. Obviously, I have to check that open interest on Monday, but to me that looked like a double tap. And kind of looking at the flow too, yeah, jump in IV. IV drops there, but that's that big whale there. Let's take a peek at this one. Yeah, and then that jump in IV there. And I know PDD does have earnings 3 days next week, or Monday next week. More than likely, I would consider this probably an earnings play. Let's take a look at that net premium, though, from yesterday. Actually, I want to back it out a little bit more. Yeah, I mean, kind of seeing that call net premium there, but just not really seeing PDD jump that much. That net put premium up a little bit today. Something to watch there. So IWM, we had these calls today, intraday. 271 all the way up to 455. Again, all profits. Anybody that's still in this should be trimming stops up. Be smart about that one. CCJ, a little longer time frame on this. So these little longer time frame ones, again, I always like trying to find a better entry. Well, let's take a peek at that. Come in here, jump in that IV. All ask side fills. Very nice ask side fills. And QQQ, this one we were kind of looking at this one and we were thinking it's a little harder to read this one because you have this big whale come in on the bid side and ask side here for about 11, almost 12,000 contracts. Back on, what was this, 821? So 821 we had 21,000 contracts traded and that did all carry over. So would probably assume this is a right. I know we were talking about this in the Discord, but then you're looking at that average fill. It's a little tougher to read. I kind of was, when this came in this morning at 10, we had that kind of big spike in that QQ net premium, so I can kind of assume it, but this is why you have risk management for trades like this that might go sideways. But 279, I mean, they're down a bit on the contracts, but could get a rally into close. Let's take a peek what's going on in market tide. Speaking of that, how are we doing on net premiums? Nvidia's leading the day with 95 million, Tesla 14, Kava 9, Coin 8, Upstart 5. That net call premium is leading the day in net call premium. Oops, here we go. Nvidia, 81 million in net call premium, and you're going to see a lot of earnings stuff going around Nvidia too with that. Let's see, how about net put premiums? Who's leading the day in that? Oops, wrong way. IWM. It's pretty flat though there. It's about give or take. So SPY, oh, that SPY call, net call premium. That looks interesting. Oh, a lot of bid side. What's Holdings doing? Yeah, harder to kind of do something with that one. But that net put premium is elevated. Really interesting to watch that. A lot of premium on AMD puts. Let's take a peek again. Get this out of there now. Yeah, that put side net premium on AMD crawling up too. What do we got for hottest contracts in there? Pretty split. Some 28, 180, 175s. Take a peek. Interesting. Could be something based off Nvidia earnings too. Keep that in mind. Could be looking for a sympathy play there. Let's take a peek at our hottest contracts for the day. And for those not in Discord, I show everybody kind of a quick little glance. So I mean, I'll always every night mornings I update the crypto. We get the open interest if my internet wants to cooperate. There we go. Try to update the congressional trades here. Analyst ratings, your insider transactions, your top tickers from net premium. So it's really nice if you're a data-driven person, and the hottest contracts updated every evening after close, sector flow for the day. Just kind of a lot of stuff here. There's a lot of data here. If you're a data-driven person, this is a really great place to learn too. So let's take a peek at our hottest contracts. I want to filter this by premium. I always like to double check it because that's just me. So FCX, 84 days. Yeah, those making a nice move up. 206, 231. Just where that flow can drop, and then this is what we were talking about too. Well, but there we go. That's the trade right there. Sitting there looking, I'm like, I can't find it, but okay, there we go. So there's your jump in the IV. Oops. Little below the ask, but still more on that ask side, I'd say. And then even kind of looking at these, I mean, we had some pretty good premium come in there, and that IV kind of coming up a little bit here too. And pretty much the same time, so again, could consider that a buy, and looks like it's working for him there. That net call premium up. So let's look at these Nvidia 65s. Okay, this is that goofy one. We already looked at this at the beginning. Let's do these ASTSs. Coming in at 172 in there. Hit 331 today. That's odd, unless 170, they weren't exit for that. Let's take a peek at the flow. $161, yeah, jump in that IV at the ask. What happened earlier today? 161, drop in the IV, but still ask. Yeah, something like this. I mean, when you have to sit and question it, I kind of like to pass. And could be a close from yesterday, actually. Yeah, this could be related to yesterday. Could have closed at the ask. So definitely something that you'd want to check that volume and open interest with, because it's about the same there. I would assume if we looked at here on Monday, this is probably a minus 2,000. I would put a good bet on that. Let's look at NVO. So again, another one looks like this could be another exit. 352, 310. Let's take a peek. And when it's a size like this, it's hard to kind of see that transaction, but it's more towards the ask, so something interesting there. FCX, which has been nice for us the last couple days. This one making a nice move intraday too, it looks like. And I always try to check that volume and open interest when it's like that, just to kind of see if it's a close. And you can see it's not a huge whale in here. Let's go to today's flow. Maybe. There we go. 38.17. Okay, IV stays the same. Ask side. Could assume a buy. Obviously, hindsight though, but would look like a buy to me. Staying at that ask side. IV not dropping at all. That net call premium up, and contracts look like they're up from 184, slightly up. Getting a little longer term on that too, 84 days. Tougher to kind of evaluate that in an afternoon. So we get crowd. Kind of messy flow, something I'd probably not look at just with it messy like that. But for fun, let's look. 91.32, yeah. So there's your jumping IV and you're at the ask. Probably could assume a buy on that. Let's see what's going on over here. DraftKings, yeah, not much coming in. And like this stuff, I ignore this stuff. This is junk. This is probably a sell. Let's take a peek. Well, semiconductors. We got NVIDIA next week. You never know. But 150. Yeah, that's a tough one. 172. Yeah, that's a tough one, but it's. I almost would say it's. I mean, the odds of them. Of SMH hitting 145 is probably slim. So they were what, 140? Oh yeah, we are not dropping $148. They're more than likely selling those. I could probably bet you that one. How about these TQQs from earlier? 1,000, so 2303. Yeah, opener. $59.73. Yeah, I probably would consider this an opening trade. Bullish trade. Okay, let's go back to the hot chains. So these NVIDIA 102s. And again, earnings, so we're not even going to look at that. I lied, sorry. How about these C calls? C calls coming in here just about 40 minutes ago. 7 days out. Let's see if they hit this, because I was running an errand. Let's see. So it was 140. Did not hit my filter. Why did you not hit my filter? Let's take a peek. Oh. Okay, 1256. Yeah. And see, that's tough when you have the good size and premium there, and then you see that IV drop. It's kind of turn off, but then you have that IV spike there. So would lean buys on this, all at the ask side. Let's take a peek. I'm going to close crowd. And if anybody has any flow or anything they want me to look up, feel free to throw it in the chat. Take a peek here. Got a text I got to take a peek at. All right, let's take a peek. What else do we have? Lucid calls. When do we have earnings? Lucid earnings, 74 days. Yeah, messy flow here, but looks like it'd be making a small move up right now. About 20% from these whales entries. What else? Yeah, not much going on. More PDD. 2 million in earnings in 3 days. Let's take a peek. Oh, hate when it looks like that. But I'm going to assume buys. We'll take a peek. And I hate when it's a big block like that because it's harder to read, but you have that small drop in IV, still good premium, but then you have that spike again. It's more towards the bid side though. Yeah, this would probably be a right, I would say. 57, 51. Yeah, this is all at the bid side. To me, this would probably be a right for the calls. Yeah. Midfielder, yeah. If I had to guess, I would go with a right. But then you have this big whale there. Is this a multi-leg maybe, actually? No. Let's take a peek. Hold on. Take a peek at the PDD contracts. What's going on here? Bid side. Ask side. Bid side. Yeah, a little tougher there. Bid side there. Yeah. And then obviously with earnings, you have that to consider. But I would probably go with that one being a right. Yeah, just not much coming in today. I was expecting a lot more after Powell spoke. Let's take a peek at the tide. Still just kind of grinding around in here. Out of the money still. Yeah. I mean, not seeing that much action. What are we doing in QQQ? Yeah, just all bid side. Holdings for the QQQ are net call premium, ask side heavy. Not a lot of volume though. What are we doing in the QQQ? Oh, a lot of put volume coming in here. But it's bid side puts. No signal. No signal. How are we doing on the chart? Let's take a peek. I know we're near all-time highs. Clear this out. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a big spot here in supply here. Let's take a peek. Day chart, yeah. It's going to probably be a little range here. We'll see how this holds up. And then what worries me too about this run up, I mean, we had that big dip buy day there after we gapped down, but a little lower volume on that run up. So it's something for me to keep an eye on. And then we have this gap to fill, especially with September coming up. September is really volatile. Even today, not a lot of volume today. Not a lot of volume. How are we looking on QQQ? Still a little gap to fill up here to 493. 488 to 493. Let's draw in. Let's see. I'll probably put it like that just to be safe. Even in a good spot now. See how that turns out, but I mean, not looking too hot towards the end of the day. And let's see. I mean, we did break that trend line, but had a nice dip by. Delete these out now. Make it a little easier to take a peek. Yeah, I mean, we're going to be coming up on a big spot. You break that trend line up, you're going to more than likely fill that gap. Something to watch there. Hard to short a chart that looks like this. It's looking really nice. Why did I have it? Oh, I was doing M-Marines. I'm like, why do I have Macy's up? God, that's an ugly chart. But come in, might be good for a long-term play at some point. Oh, wait, we have earnings in. Oh, wait, we just had earnings. 83 days. Let's take a peek at that weekly. Yeah, I mean, big spot here on the weekly chart. Demand zone, see if any flow comes in for that. But this is such a slow mover. I hate these slow movers so much. How do we look on the weekly for SPY? Yeah, either, I mean, that volume, lighter volume on the run up, but lighter volume on that run up, yeah, something to definitely watch. All right, let's knock off the charts. Let's take one more peek. Yeah, not a lot of flow coming on. Probably gonna hop off here in a minute or two. We'll do one more check of the market tide. Yeah, just kind of chopping along. Not too much going on. Probably gonna hop off, so I'll post this. We didn't have a ton of flow this week, so this is kind of our video recap too as well. Yeah, I will, if anybody missed this, I will have it posted on YouTube as well. All right, everyone, have a great weekend.